Well, thanks for visiting us this morning at ktalnews.com. I'm meteorologist Josh Marces, and this is your Tuesday morning forecast update. We're about halfway through this latest storm event here. We have probably two more rounds of rainfall on the way, one later today and one overnight tonight. We're thinking the one that arrives Tuesday night into early Wednesday morning will probably be the heaviest round of rain for most locations, and we'll get to that in just a moment. But as of this morning, still have a few flash flood warnings in effect here. Those will go until about 4:30 a.m. So I'm recording this video just after 4 a.m. this morning. So by the time you're watching this, we'll probably see some higher rainfall totals. But what you're looking at here is just the radar estimates of how much rain we've had in the past 24 hours or so. So in the Shreveport area, we've had some minor flooding reports at some of the roads in and around Shreveport-Bossier, where we've had about 3 to 4 inches of rain in East Texas, especially over into Harrison County. That's where the heaviest rain has been overnight. So a lot of areas in and around Marshall reporting flooding this morning, where they've had about 5 to 6 inches of rain. And reason for the heavy rain on I-20, that's where our warm front stalled out overnight, but our front is actually lifting to the north this morning. So as of Tuesday morning, I think the heaviest rain will push up into Marion, Cass County, and maybe into portions of Arkansas as well, including Miller County. But there is going to be another round of heavy rain that affects these same areas later this afternoon as well as overnight. So again, Shreveport, we're estimating about 4 to 5 inches of rain. I think we will double that total. So by the time the rain stops falling tomorrow, I think there will be a lot of areas that have received about 10 inches of rainfall. So again, the straw that stirs the drink, that's the area of low pressure over here in West Texas, which just kind of keeps churning up these rounds of rain and thunderstorms. And that low is going to scoot closer to us today. And that's the reason we'll likely see a few more rounds of this heavy rain in the Arklatex here. So as far as today, we'll have a decent chance of rain around at sunrise. We'll probably see a slight lull, not a complete drying trend, but at least a lull in the rainfall after sunrise, between sunrise and noon basically. But once we hit the afternoon, get a chance to warm up and the atmosphere will kind of recharge itself, we will see those storms pick back up sometime after 2 or 3 p.m. today. So today's severe weather outlook, the most significant severe weather likely south of I-20. So you can see the orange area, that's our level 3 enhanced risk outlook. And this means numerous severe storms are likely in this area, especially between about 3 and 7 p.m. today. And there's a separate round of storms that will come in overnight that could bring some additional severe weather. But we're really watching the afternoon, early evening in these areas. Main threat today will be for some large hail. Our standard severe weather for large hail is about quarter size, but I think today we could see some maybe $half to golf ball sized hail, if not larger, in these areas. And we could see a few tornadoes. The tornado threat really didn't materialize yesterday. Hoping that's the case again today, but there's enough wind shear out there. We could definitely see a few tornadoes, including maybe a strong tornado. So if you're in Shelby County, DeSoto Parish, and some of these areas, pay close attention to the weather this afternoon. For these areas in yellow and green, lower severe weather threat, the marginal and slight risk, but it would mainly be hail and wind in these areas of the northern Arklatex to look out for, especially once we get into the afternoon hours. And the outlook for tomorrow, rain will continue Wednesday morning, and then between about basically 7 a.m. and noon tomorrow, the storms will be exiting to the east, but we can't rule out, again, maybe some wind and hail with some of the early morning storms on Wednesday, and we'll finally see the rain begin to wrap up Wednesday afternoon. So look at your Robins Toyota Futurecast. I'll break this up into two different Futurecast graphics for you. We'll first touch on the storms coming in this afternoon. You'll notice this morning the warm front will try to lift north towards Texarkana, so the heaviest rain will stay between I-20 and I-30, at least early in the day. You can see a little break from the rain as we go through the middle of the day here, but the round of storms that we're expecting this afternoon, again, will probably pop up here maybe sometime after 3 or 4 p.m. And you can see the storms here that will be I-20 and southward. Those will be the ones that will be capable of those severe weather hazards. And given the latest run of Futurecasts, I wouldn't be surprised if they maybe push that level 3 enhanced risk maybe up to the Arkansas border. So if you're watching this morning in Minden, Spring Hill, you'll have a fairly high chance of seeing some severe weather this afternoon, this evening as well. And then we'll continue to see the rainfall overnight. So we do still have have the flood watch in effect. That goes through Wednesday evening, so at least another 36 hours with this flood threat for us. And picking up Futurecast again late tonight, we still think maybe the heaviest round and most impactful round of heavy rain will come in overnight. You can see those storms picking up early on Wednesday morning, so the morning commute may be a messy one on Wednesday. And this last round of rain that comes through, again, this will be the round of rain that pushes us up towards 8 to 10 inches of rain in a lot of these areas. I think flooded roads will be a big time deal for us on Wednesday morning. But once we get into the afternoon, you can see the heavy rain moves to the east of us tomorrow, and we'll likely see just a few lingering showers Wednesday evening, but that will be the end of our severe weather and flash flood threat. Sun will be back with us on Thursday, and we will be dry through the upcoming weekend. So this is the rain that is yet to come. Again, a lot of areas about 4 to 6 inches of rain since yesterday morning. We'll add to that maybe another 4 to 5 inches of rain from Texarkana down through Shreveport and down to the Natchitoches area. So again, the flooding could be fairly widespread later today as well as tonight. We'll touch on the temperatures, which will stay fairly mild. We're in the 60s this morning, but we get some breaks in the rain. That south wind will start to warm us up again today. Fairly breezy day, and your highs this afternoon will wind up in the 60s as well as the low to mid 70s. So not as warm as yesterday, just kind of a mild afternoon for us. Don't expect that we'll really see any sun pop out today. But once we dry out Thursday, we have some great weather. A little warm this weekend as we'll be in the low to mid 80s. Likely dry through Monday, but it does look like we'll have some rain coming back towards us by the middle of next week.